Hi, welcome to my channel. In last episode, I demonstrated the photo differences between a mirrorless camera and a smartphone. But those photos are mostly landscape photos, so there is another big category I didn't cover, which is the portrait. So in this special episode, I'm bringing you... No, of course I'm not the model, you still want to finish your dinner, right? I'm bringing you the world-class model, at least in my heart, Emily Tedder. Let's go! Okay, the same rule. You can skip to here if you don't want to listen to some of my explanations. The phone I used is the iPhone 13, the camera is the Sony A7 IV. We will play some games and there will be videos in between showing you how I took those photos with Emily. And only light editings are done to those photos. Now let's start the game. Game 1. Which one is taken by a smartphone? It's really not bad actually. What is bad is how my assistant recorded this video. The audience don't want to look at those boats, right? Try to look over the river. Cool. The answer is both photos are taken by the iPhone. What surprised me most is how well computational photography has evolved in recent years. And if I'm looking at those photos on my phone, can I really tell the differences? Now let's go to game 2. Okay, so the answer is left photo is by iPhone and right photo is by the camera. Before we continue, this type of content takes a lot of effort to make, so please like and subscribe if you want to help this channel. Now let's go to game 3. If you want a little bit, move a little bit that side. I would like to show you how I shot the photo with the rainbow effect, but my assistant didn't hit the record button, and here's what happened. It is pressed. You missed all of the shot, Kelly. See, that's what, when you take an assistant, right? Not doing their job. Okay, a quick disclaimer. The assistant is someone I can never fire because she is my beloved wife. The answer is, they are both taken by the camera. This is what I explained in the previous episode about the foreground blur. Game 4. Oh, this can be cool. Do you want to stand over there, see if it works? The answer is left is by the camera and right is by the iPhone. Game 5. Okay. Do you want to have another pose with your hand? Yeah. Cool. Yeah, use both hands to do your hair. Cool. The answer is left is by the iPhone and right is by the camera. It's probably quite obvious with the foreground blurred, right? Now game 6. Oh, this is nice. I wish we don't have that thing over there.
That, yeah.
Do you want to stand a bit over here? Yeah, let's try that. Very good. Okay, let's move on.
So many tours.
The answer is both are taken by the camera. Now, with all of the previous games, can you tell the differences between those two in Game 7? It's a giveaway question. Problem with the small monitors, I can't really see very well. Oh, this is good. Yeah, I just want the portrait mode to kick in. You're possibly right. The left is by the iPhone and right is by the camera. And if I zoom in the left, you can tell it looks a bit blurry compared to the right photo, which is quite sharp. Now the conclusion. I think the smartphone's portrait mode has evolved significantly in the last few years, and it's getting really hard nowadays to tell the differences. Especially if you don't want to edit your photos, I recommend using a smartphone. I mean, the last thing you want from a camera is to show all of your spots clearly on a photo, right? With a smartphone, it generally will smooth your skin to make your skin look better. But it seems the computational photography still can't generate a good foreground blur when the subject is not very close up. As for a commercial portrait shoot, a professional camera is still required to bond with Photoshop to produce an outstanding portrait. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time.